I just want to thank you all for coming in tonight. Kimberly, why don't you start? Why are we here tonight?
Well, there's just been a lot of problems in the family, especially between me and Siobhan. She is a very hard daughter to deal with. So I was just hoping we could get some help with that.
Okay. All right. Siobhan, why do you feel that you're here tonight?
I don't really know. She's got issues. She's just got issues. I don't know what we're doing here.
So I hear you say that you feel like you're here tonight because Mom has some issues?
Yeah, Mom's got a lot of issues.
Okay.
She's whatever. She's angry and wants to take it out on me all the time. Wants to blame everything on me.
That's not true.
Sometimes it's actually her fault, but you wouldn't know it if you lived with us.
That is not true.
That's exactly true.
And Christine is perfect.
See? Perfect.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Anne Christine, why are we here tonight?
Well, Mom and Siobhan have been fighting a lot lately.
Oh, like you've done nothing wrong.
Let's let Anne Christine be able to tell her side.
I mean, they fight a lot about Siobhan's grades in school, and, if she focused more, it might not be so difficult to get good grades. I mean, I study and I get good at grades, and, just doing what Mom says, it's not that hard. Exactly.
So, Siobhan.
Oh, I'm sorry, you want me to talk now?
Yes.
I'm ready.
So there seems, from what it feels like in the room, that there's a lot of angst towards you being kind of at the center of that. How does that make you feel? I mean, in terms of the family dynamic.
You mean the fact that they think I'm evil?
I do not think you're evil.
I'm not evil. Shut up.
But how does it...
Talk to her!
But how does it, I mean, in terms of hearing that, just in the family dynamic, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I don't care as long as they just leave me alone, but apparently that's not something that they're able to do. They can't just leave me alone and let me do my thing.
Okay. So you would feel, you feel like there would be more peace in the family if you were more isolated? If there was less connection or contact with you in terms of the family?
Yeah, it's not like I need a babysitter 24/7.
Sometimes you do.
Well, let me ask you, how old are you, Siobhan?
I'm 15.
15, okay. And Christine?
18.
Okay. So are you a senior in high school, or are you okay, so last year of high school. Kimberly, I can see it's a lot to manage with two very different daughters and those kinds of things. What kind of strategies have you tried to use in terms of parenting to create some mutual family connection? How long? Let me ask you that first. What kind of strategies have you used to try to connect the family together?
Well, ever since the divorce, which was about 4 years ago, I try every week for us to have dinner every night together at the table, and a family night on at least once a week. And my family, my parents are very important to me still also, and we see them a lot, and I think that's been an important part of their lives. So, I mean, I try. Did that answer the question?
Well, it's just about exploring about ways because I know in divorce it can be very difficult to navigate, especially being a single parent, in terms of, you guys being able to see your dad living with your mom and how that all works, and feeling really connected as a family. I know that can be very challenging. And Christine, how are dinner times to you? Is that a time where you can really feel connected to the family?
I mean, for the most part, Mom's definitely trying, and, without Dad around anymore, he kind of just pieced out on us, so it is important that we stay close as a family because we're all that we have now.
Mm-hmm. And Siobhan, how do dinner times feel for you in terms of feeling connected to your mom and your sister?
I feel like it's just a time where they can get together and talk about how horrible I am and blame me for everything, because that's what they like to do anyways.
So you feel like most of the times dinner discussions are center around you as a topic.
It's just not very peaceful for me.
Okay, so it's not necessarily that the conversations are about you. It's just that it feels very, it just doesn't feel very peaceful that family time together. Okay. What are some of the things that you would find specifically challenging in terms of the new dynamic with? I know it's been 4 years since the divorce happened. How would you feel that event has changed kind of your family dynamic and how you relate to your mom and your sister?
Well, because when Dad was here, me and him were a lot more alike, and then those two are a lot more alike.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's gone, and it's like those two are perfect and relate to each other and know what each other's thinking and yada yada, but it's like 2 versus 1 now instead of 2 versus 2.
Mm-hmm. So you felt even before the divorce, there was kind of like a set of pairs. You and your dad. And
yeah, we were just more alike.
Okay. Is that something that, Kimberly, that you've seen or experienced in terms of how you would see kind of your family histories?
Yeah, but I mean the problem is that her dad was a horrible person. He's a drug addict, and she's been using drugs, and these are the things that are causing problems, and I don't know how to deal with it.
Do you feel her connection with her dad is part of the issues that you experience in the family?
Maybe, but I don't think it's healthy for her to have a connection with her dad.
Mm-hmm. So for you personally, her connection with her dad makes you uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that in terms of your kind of relating to Javon, that may play into some of the issues that you have together in terms of that connection? Like some of the feelings you have towards her dad, you may attach to Siobhan in terms of those conversations?
I never thought about that. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.